Hello everyone, my name is Prakash. I'm a consultant psychologist in a reputed hospital in Chennai, India. I'm here today to discuss how sensitizing the classrooms can make education safer. But let's just put those things away, okay? Let us talk about what happens in a school generally. What does a school promote usually? For example, let's say a school promotes anti-smoking campaign. So they will have activists, specialists come and talk about the ill effects of smoking and why students start smoking. Okay, well and good. But here is my question. Does that give 100% certainty that each and every single child at the school who attends that workshop or seminar would never smoke? No, right? So why are the schools doing that? They do that to ensure the safety and well-being of their children so that they are safe themselves and to others. But when it comes to sexual orientation, there is a huge taboo, there is a huge stigma associated with the topic in itself. So schools consider the topic of sexual orientation as a hot potato. They just want to pass it on to someone else. And this is mostly not because of the management policies or principles. It usually boils down to a single person of authority. Why is this so important right now? A recent human rights campaign survey stated that LGBTQ and any sort of different children are twice as likely to get bullied and to undergo depression and even stand a risk of suicide, let alone physical harm from fellow students. This is due to the lack of awareness among the children, similar to smoking, isn't it? Children think that smoking can be cool because that is how the media propagates it. But how does the media propagate different sexual orientation? It's kind of double-sided, isn't it? On one side, the media says it's okay to be gay. It is okay to love whoever you want, irrespective of gender or sexual orientation. On the other hand, there is the same media which is being used to propagate hatred and violence towards the LGBTQI community. Why is this happening? Well, we are not here to talk about why it is happening. That's happening to several reasons. But we are here to discuss why and how sensitizing the classroom can help these students and make the place of education a safer one. For example, a school can conduct a small seminar. What this will do is make the children more aware of the various forms of naturally occurring sexual orientations and gender identities that fall under the umbrella of sexuality and gender identity. It helps them to understand. Like we discussed in the beginning, a child can be shown what is good about smoking, what are the ill effects of smoking. End of the day, the child makes an informed decision. The child has been informed. This is good, this is bad for you and for others. Do the right thing. Isn't that what awareness is all about? To get educated and get knowledge in us so that each and every one of us can make an informed decision and a choice. So for example, let's say a child has no idea about the different sexual orientations and there was an awareness seminar. Okay, I have done such awareness seminar and I have seen the smirk and the giggles among youngsters the minute I talk about being gay or lesbian. Why do you think that is happening? That is happening due to the preconceived notions that have been imprinted on these children's mind, both by the media and sadly, but honestly, by their families as well. Each child grows up in different families coming from different cultural, racial, educational, religious background who hold certain beliefs and value system which they impart onto their child, which can either be grown to a bigger level by what they see in the outside world or can go down by what they see and experience on the world. So when it comes to sexual orientation, The child gets their first input from their family, the next from the society they live in. And a major part of the society is the educational establishment they go to. So when you provide awareness, the children's initial response is what they have already preconceived on that particular topic, whether they have any preconception or whether they don't. What's going to happen there is the children will be made to think for themselves. That is what these awareness programs should do. Give them the choice, irrespective of their beliefs and value system. Give them the choice to be accepting. Okay? To be accepting. You don't have to agree with something to accept the same thing. You can still disagree with the value, with the principle that someone else is holding, and still accept them as a fellow human being. That is the top and bottom of this whole thing. Once the child understands that yes, these are different sexual orientations that occur in nature and in the world, they will have the freedom of choice to make an informed decision to not bully, to not discriminate, and to not think lowly of anyone else who might be different. That is why it is vital for each and every school to promote awareness about the various sexual orientations, not even that, but also about the gender identities. I know the schools will say like, oh, we have better things to do. We have resources allocated for different things. If a school can spend its resources and time on promoting principles and values of celibacy, or run an anti-smoking campaign, of course they have to and they should invest their time and resources in promoting awareness about sexual orientation, which is much more important because it is the children's lives that are at stake here. Like I already mentioned, LGBTQ youth have a higher rate of getting depressed. They have a higher rate of almost twice the rate of suicidal ideation. And all these things can either be brought up or down based on how the classroom and the schooling environment is. If the children are given a safe space where they can feel happy and feel comfortable to be themselves, they will definitely excel on every aspect of their being. Statistics have again and again shown that when there is freedom of creativity, when there is freedom of expression, an individual, be it a young adult or an adult, will reach their highest potential. What other place is there for an individual to be free and expressive and to experiment with their potential than an educational institution like school or universities? This is why it is important for each and every educational institution to ensure that awareness of LGBTQ individuals is made available for their children, for their students. They can avoid several lives being lost, several children growing up with depression, which is going to scar them for the rest of their lives emotionally. By being an inclusive and accepting school, they can provide a safe space for a child to excel and reach their fullest potential in their establishment. So please, if you are watching this, remember, you might be a principal, you might be a teacher with a different religious belief, with a different value system. I'm just asking you one thing. You don't have to agree with what is going on around you, but you can accept your children for who they are, just the way they are, and ensure that they reach their fullest potential when they're under your wings of care. Thank you very much.